Lieberman, HLN contributor, searching for justice on AOL. Pam Larson, who is our special guest tonight, says that she believes that Jodi Arias recorded this, and I believe it was on May 10th, 2008, knowing she was going to kill Travis Alexander on June 4th, less than a month later, so she could have it to play after he was dead as a trophy and perhaps as some kind of audio sex toy, John.
I don't know if it's a trophy or not, but I do know this. The evidence shows that everything that Jodi Arias does is cold and calculated. I believe she recorded this to try and entrap Travis, so she had something to hold over his head down the road. And in this case, she didn't need anything to hold over his head because she ended up killing him in cold blood and then lying about it.
All right. Drew Finley, criminal defense attorney for the defense.
Well, let's go to the original question, and that is, did she do this as a souvenir and something to use in her defense? And the answer is, of course, no. Because if she planned to use this to bolster a claim of battered woman syndrome, she would have used this defense in the beginning, Jane, and not come with two completely different defenses. So it has nothing whatsoever to do with the claim of justification that she's using in this jury trial.
Yeah, but I thought of that. And I thought somebody like Jodi Arias, who is obviously obsessive-compulsive, too, I think, a little bit. She has a lot of attention to detail in the things that she's done. We've seen that. This was not... It may have been ill-planned, but it certainly wasn't haphazard. It was elaborately planned. I think a person like that has backup plans. And I'll throw that at Fred Cece, former prosecutor. Yeah. Oh, it sounds crazy. Oh, having a souvenir of having sex with somebody on audio tape so you can go kill them and then play it afterwards. It sounds crazy, but isn't everything in this case crazy sounding?
Well, a lot of it is crazy sounding, Jane, and in my opinion, this woman is guilty of murder in the first degree and deserves a death penalty. But, you know, as a prosecutor, you've got to look at every piece of evidence that goes in, and does it go to make a fact at issue more or less probable? And I understand what this woman said, who was friends with Travis Alexander, and that would be a reasonable conclusion for her to draw. But, you know, as a prosecutor, you have to have evidence. And so a guy like Drew Finley, the hole in that evidence would be so big that a guy like Drew Finley or any other good defense lawyer would drive a Mack truck through it. So why open your flank up if you're the prosecutor with that? You got so much stuff. I mean, this woman's basically hanging herself with her testimony. The jury's obviously skeptical based upon their questions, and some of her answers, I think, basically she stepped on the rake and is really going down.
Fred, I understand what you're saying. I'm not saying the prosecution should use that theory. I'm just saying nobody has ever really connected this phone sex tape to the killing. They're all using it as an example of their sex life, but they haven't really put together. This was, what are the chances, Anahita, of somebody coincidentally making a phone sex tape and then accidentally, oh, the gun goes off less than a month later as they killed him in self-defense?
Jane, I don't know the psychology behind why she did this, but the fact of the matter is that Jodi and Travis's relationship is directly relevant to this case. This is a self-defense case, and wow, that sex tape is powerful. That is probably the first and only time those jurors are going to hear from Travis Alexander's own mouth. And what kinds of things is he saying? That he's fantasizing about 12-year-old girls? That he wants his girlfriend to feel like she was raped? I mean, the defense is hoping that this will make the jurors not like Travis, and it might not lead to an acquittal, but it certainly may take death off the table.
All right, 10 seconds for Fred to respond.
No, I'm sorry, I disagree. I mean, this woman has run this guy down. She's already admitted that she enjoyed this stuff. She's already admitted that she initiated a lot of it. She's already told the jury that she had no fear the day she killed him. She slipped up with that. And I'm sorry, the only evidence of the only evidence that she was abused are her words and her diary and her phone records, and nothing else backs it up. And I'm sorry, she's a pathological liar.
And indeed, there's not even a lot of evidence that she was
right
abused in her diary. She doesn't write that she was beaten or anything of that.